Coming in at 8 tracks and 31 minutes, Lupe Fiasco's Samurai is definitely somewhere in between an EP and an LP for sure. Welcome back to Rich Who Raps. My name is Rich Who, the internet's laziest, most procrastinating, most depressed music reviewer, and today I'm going to be reviewing and rating Samurai by Lupe Fiasco. First of all, I love the album cover. It's absolutely beautiful. If you're a Lupe Fiasco fan, then you know how much he loves Japanese culture, and I do too. If there is any more album artwork, I would love to see it. So Samurai is a concept album based off a voicemail that Lupe received from Amy Winehouse, which I'm sure you already know. I'm gonna go song by song, giving a brief review and a rating of each song, and then at the end of the video, I'll give my rating for the album as a whole. Samurai. So, while not every song on this concept album is a part of the concept, Samurai I feel like completely encapsulates the story of the album. On the voicemail from Amy, she tells Lupe that she has these battle raps pouring out of her and that they are neat and beautifully alliterated, which Lupe captures perfectly on the smooth and very catchy hook for Samurai. Very beautifully alliterated, little battle raps for you. She goes on to explain that the next time he wants to come for her, lyrically in a battle, that she's gonna kill him, lyrically in a battle, because she's a samurai, hence the name of the song and album. Throughout the song, Lupe tells the story of a struggling jazz singer, your quintessential starving artist.
She's an artist and stuff.
The song to me kind of feels like historical fiction. It's told in the real world, based off of a real person with some fictional story pieces, and it's great. Lupe is lyrically on point as he almost always is. He references some of his early work while also touching on themes of gang violence, upper class lifestyle, the starving artist, street singer, and how it all clashes and coexists. The flow is great and it's a feel good song. It's a great intro to the album and I give Samurai an 8 out of 10. Mumble rap. Okay, this song confused me at first. The first time I heard it, I didn't like it at all. I didn't understand it. The second time I listened to it, I saw and understood more of the story that he was trying to tell. So Mumble Rap is the second song on the album, but it takes place before the events of the first song, Samurai. It's a flashback of how this jazz singer became a samurai battle rapper. It's kind of got a like put you on game / the cool mixed with like Wu-Tang feel to it. So the jazz singer finds herself drawn to a mysterious old man in the park, and before she could change her mind to turn and run, he reaches out and grabs her. With this touch, he imbues her with the samurai battle rap art style, unbeknownst to her of course. The hook is terrible. The hook is terrible, and speaking of terrible, so is the name of the song, and both for the same reason. Neither convey the message of the song, and also the hook sounds like shit. The verses are dope though as Lupe continues the tale of the samurai. Everything she says now comes out in rhyme, and she finds herself demolishing an opponent in a rap battle. In the beginning of the second verse, Lupe talks about possession.
The definition of possession, the state of being completely under the influence of an idea or emotion.
And you can hear parts of Lupe break through in this song and some of the other songs as well. I think it might be him, the samurai that is possessing the jazz singer. I think it might be Lupe himself. Let me know what y'all think. And the song ends where it begins. The alarm goes off and she wakes up with the song in her mind. You could listen to the song on repeat if it wasn't for the terrible hook. I give Mumble a 5 out of 10. Cake. Cake mostly doesn't sound like it's part of this concept album. It's really just a lyrical exhibition for Lupe and a toast to himself. Compliment to my accomplishments.
Compliments on my accomplishments are only.
Which is pretty narcissistic, but every rapper should probably be at least a little narcissistic. The hook is lackluster. I've won many things I've done, but this one here takes the cake.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake.
Is he speaking about this song? Is he speaking about this album? Is he speaking about something else entirely? One of the ways I can see this being part of the concept album is this. The samurai who has possessed the jazz singer is coming through completely and bragging about how great they are and the great things that they've done by possessing this jazz singer and channeling himself through her is his biggest accomplishment, taking the cake. Other than that, I've kind of got nothing for how this is actually part of the concept album. As I mentioned when going over Mumble, Lupe mentions dueling a dual identity, and even mentions himself by name, also saying, did he do it or didn't she?
But did he do it or didn't she? Who are you mentioning?
Well, who are you mentioning? Referencing himself as two people, one male and one female, and that is the samurai and the jazz singer. Other than that though, it just sounds like a dope Lupe track. I give Cake a 7 out of 10. Palaces. Palaces is a poem that Lupe wrote to himself and about himself, while also sending an encouraging message to others. This is mostly about himself and his struggles with the industry, his journey to becoming a famous rapper, social media trolls, life itself, and the ultimate battle of good and evil and the war within us all. I consider myself to be religious to a degree, and in a similar sense, but not the same as Lupe. Our bodies are our temples or our palaces, only built to hold our souls temporarily until we can go home, which I would call heaven. But we live our lives like this is it and there's nothing after. We imagine we are fortresses made of stone because we have to, or at least we feel like we have to. Throughout your life, you will go through battle after battle, slings and arrows, attacks on your mind, body, and soul from enemies, family, friends, and lovers. This toughens you up, and over time, till you think that you're a fortress, but we're really just castles of sand.
Lord, please bless my castle of sand.
Want a forest, gotta water some plants. I love this line.
I should have put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants.
It's just one line, but the message is gigantic as the forest is. It's a message we've been told over and over our whole lives. One I've never personally heeded. It takes hard work, diligence, and persistence to grow and achieve your goals. All the little boring things add up, and the responsibility of tending to a thing can be immense.
On a forest, gotta water some plants.
The lyrics are always there with Lupe. That's never an issue, and this song is no different. It's truly a beautiful song/poem, and it might be my favorite song on the album. All of that being said, it doesn't really have anything to do with the concept of the album. Still, I give Palaces an 8 out of 10. Number 1 headband. I hate the way this song starts. Abada-dee-bee-da-ba-da, that scat shit is so whack. I think Lupe tries too hard and not enough at the same time. This song is okay, I guess. It doesn't have much or anything to do with the concept of the album. The lyrical display is kind of fun, especially the last verse for me anyways, but it isn't particularly amazing or interesting. I would give this song a 5 out of 10. So, that's what I said when I was drunk. Upon further review, I really fucking like this song. It still doesn't have much to do with the concept of the album, but I fucking love it. 7 out of 10. Bigfoot, another song that doesn't seem to really be a part of the concept album. Like, it kinda has essences of the album, but mostly it sounds like Lupe pouring his heart out about his journey and struggles as a rapper who maybe isn't as popular as he once was, and the crowds aren't as big as they used to be. I absolutely love the first verse. The second verse is just as potent, but it's a bit choppy, and the long-winded bars are a bit too much for my liking. A good song that could have been better. I give Bigfoot a 6 out of 10. Outside, yet another song that doesn't really seem to have anything to do with the concept of the concept album. That's 3 or 4 of the songs, and it's only 8 songs on the album. Outside of the opening line, post-battle love, daps, and hugs, which could be seen as a reference to this jazz singer becoming a battle rapper, I think Outside suffers from Lupe being too smart for his own good. Or maybe he's not as smart as he thinks he is. The verses are clumsy. The points he's trying to make are drawn out and boring. The hook is boring. I don't like this song at all, and I'm not drunk. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give Outside a 2. Sorry. Okay, so the final track, Till Eternity. To wrap it all up, to put a nice little bow on top of this story, right?
Wrong.
Wrong. You're wrong. This song picks up where Outside left off, quality-wise. Like, why did he try to rhyme cannot and planet?
And cannot, I'd rather move to another planet.
I've tried to do shit like this before too, not as egregious, but I'm not a professional rapper. This song suffers from the same shit as Outside. Lupe is trying too hard to be poetic, creative, and obscure, and it doesn't land, for me at least. He has a couple of lines relating to samurai type stuff, but the song as a whole doesn't seem to have anything to do with the concept of the concept album. Now, I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of Lupe fans who think it's great, and they're gonna think that I'm an idiot, and I just don't get it, and I don't understand, and maybe that's true, but also, I'm not having any fun trying to understand.
Do you understand?
Also, the hook is terrible. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give Till Eternity a 2. Yikes. So there we have it. Samurai, a concept album the length of an EP where half the songs don't have anything to do with the concept of the album. Besides the title track, I didn't hear much of a concept and I found myself constantly looking for the story. Where's the through line? Where's the character development? Where's the setup and payoff? Lupe did all of these things very well on The Cool from his debut album Food and Liquor and Gotta Eat from his album The Cool, and Little Weapon, and Dumb It Down, and Hurt Me Soul, and American Terrorist, and Put You on Game, and holy shit, Lupe's first 2 albums were full of great stories, and those stories told those albums. Obviously. And that's obviously why we know that Food and Liquor 2 isn't a true continuation of Food and Liquor, but that's a different story. Is this Lupe's first concept album? It isn't my first concept album. Maybe I just have a different idea of what a concept album should be. Now, again, I'm sure Lupe fans will just say that I didn't get it. Well, like I said before, I wasn't having any fun trying to. Listening to a song shouldn't be a chore, and the last 2 songs on this album were a chore and a bore. I'm sorry. So, I've rated each song individually, and now I am going to rate the album as a whole, and I'm going to give it 2 ratings. One is just going to be how I initially feel. The second one is going to be adding up all of the song ratings and then dividing by the number of songs. That would be 8. Does that make sense? So honestly, just off my gut feeling, I feel like this album is a 5. It starts strong, but finishes weak. My favorite song is Number 1 Headband. Even though it's rated lower than some of the other songs are just technically better. This is the one that I like to listen to the most. Funny considering I hated it the first time I heard it. Now, if we add up all the song ratings divided by the number of songs, technically the rating of the album on a scale from 1 to 10 is 5.625. Yeah, that sounds about right. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about Samurai. Let me know what you think about my review of Samurai. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you want to see me do more album reviews, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. Peace.